Why every professional needs a mentor, now more than ever before. There's this thing that happens in life where you get to this point where you've got a job. You feel like things are going okay, and then you get to a certain level, and all of a sudden you hit this glass ceiling and you just can't seem to get any higher. You might be in your mid-20s or maybe even older, and you find yourself thinking, how come I'm not at the next level yet? Well, the simple answer is, you haven't found someone to help you get there. That's why every aspiring professional needs a mentor now, more than ever before. As we get older, sometimes we think that we don't need anyone anymore. We can do it by ourselves. This is especially true when you're building a business because if you have a business, you are the CEO, right? You don't have anyone over you. So you must be doing everything correctly, right? Wrong. There's something special about having someone that you can go to that has done it, that has been in the trenches, that has walked the walk, so that you don't have to figure everything out on your own. I cannot tell you how many people I've met that are so brilliant, so smart, so talented, but they just don't have that one person to tell them which direction to go. And without that piece of advice, they end up wasting years of their lives trying to figure it out. You don't have to do that. Every professional needs a mentor now more than ever before. In today's world, everyone thinks they know everything. No one wants to admit that they don't know something. And quite frankly, that's not the way it works. If you're trying to build a business, if you're trying to build anything in life, you don't know everything, and no one does. There's always something more to learn. Everyone thinks that they've made it. They see the highlight reel, and they think that you figured it all out. But behind the scenes, everyone is still figuring it out. It's just part of the process. So here are 3 reasons why every professional needs a mentor now more than ever before. Number 1 is because you don't have to figure it all out on your own. Mentors allow you to skip the learning curve. Think about when you were younger and you were playing sports. Your parents probably put you in some sort of youth league. When you got into that youth league, you had other kids that were in the same situation as you, right? You didn't know what was going on. You're learning the fundamentals of the game, learning how to work with other people. And then, all of a sudden, as you get older, you get into high school. In high school, you still don't know everything. You're learning. But there's another level to the game now. You've got better players around you. You've got coaches that are teaching you different techniques and strategies. And then when you get to college, all of a sudden, now you're playing with the best of the best. There's scholarships on the line. People are trying to go pro. The game has changed. All of a sudden, the stakes are a lot higher. But the reason you're able to play at that level is because you started at such a young age. Someone put you in that youth league so that you could learn the fundamentals of the game and eventually work your way up. Life should be no different. Life is a team sport. You need mentors in every area of your life to help you along the way so that you don't have to figure it all out on your own. Number 2 is that a mentor helps you look inward. When you first start out in any profession, you're always looking for answers outside of yourself. How do I do this? Where do I sign up? What do I need to learn? It's all about you. And that's great because that means you're coachable. That means you're hungry. That means you want to learn. But at some point, you need to look inward and say, well, what's holding me back? Why am I not where I want to be? Why am I not making the progress I desire? And quite often, those answers lie within us. Maybe it's our confidence. Maybe it's our belief. Maybe it's our actions. Whatever it is, we have to look within ourselves to figure it out. And that's where a mentor comes in. A mentor allows you to do that because they've been in your shoes. They know who you are. They know what you're going through. And they know how to ask the right questions to get you to that next level. Think of a mentor as a trainer. They're pushing you, motivating you, helping you look inward so that you can figure out what the problem is. Once you figure that out, then all of a sudden, they give you the tools to fix it. That's why every professional needs a mentor now more than ever before. Number 3 is that a mentor gives you the blueprint to success. Sometimes we look at very successful people and we think they just got lucky. We think that they just woke up one day and all of a sudden, bam, they're where they wanted to be. But the truth is that almost every single person that you admire, that you respect, got there because they followed a blueprint. They had a plan, they had a strategy, and it wasn't an easy road. There were obstacles along the way, but they stuck to the plan, and eventually they achieved their goal. Mentors give you that blueprint. They show you what worked for them, what didn't work for them. They share their mistakes with you so that you don't have to make those same mistakes. Having a mentor is like having a GPS. You put the address in, it tells you the fastest route to get there. You just have to follow the directions. But what happens when you don't have a mentor? You end up wandering around, driving aimlessly, getting lost, frustrated, wasting time, wasting energy, and you'll eventually get to your destination, but it'll take a lot longer. That's what life is like without a mentor. And that's why every professional needs a mentor now more than ever before. You can't do it alone. No one can. Even the greatest CEOs on earth have a board of directors. They have a team of people that they can go to for advice, even though they might not take that advice. But having those people around, having that sounding board is crucial. You're not going to figure it all out on your own. There's always something more to learn. That's why you need a mentor. If you want to become a mentor, you must first have a mentor. Most people never become a mentor because they never had one themselves. Because they never had a mentor, they never understand the value of mentorship. That's why it's so important to find a mentor now more than ever before. I hope this inspires you to find a mentor today. Go out there and find someone that's done it, that's been in the trenches, that has walked the walk, that can help you along your journey. All right, if you got value from today's message, please make sure you like and subscribe. If you'd like to take your career to the next level, until next time.